Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome back to Diotior Productions, and welcome back to Stoneblock 4. Today, we are going to try and get our first storage terminal set up. Between episodes, some things may have changed. We now have a nice, large area for all the activities, and I did tuck some stuff out of the way to give us a bit more space and to make things look neat. Over time, as we unlock more resources, I will start to tart the place up a bit and give us some nicer light sources. First thing on the agenda, finishing the Quartermaster's task. So the next stage on the Quartermaster's task is to craft these parts. So we have, for the steel plates, we have the steel cast to make this nice and easy. Electrum wire plates to that in the caster, and all we need to do is chuck wrong one, that one, gold and silver in. Steel mechanical, again, plates, nice and easy, and basic control circuits we can do. We did write this down last time, so we're going to need 8 of these, but it does take power, so we're going to have to make a mechanism battery terminal, and yeah, plug it in. I've adjusted this to try and give us a bit more power, so I might put a bit of wire here and then move some stuff, but we'll get to that in a minute. Okay, so I've just been through and made the plates, the electron plates. I made 2 blocks of osmium and have got them on the way because they will take a while. I didn't grab enough redstone. 1 second. As you can see by the wall, I've now put everything in. When we get the controller, I'll put it in the middle so both of these feed into here, at least temporarily. It will then have to move because there are future ore generations that are a bit more important than these guys, so these guys might go away. Okay, so that's those 4 done. So if we go and turn that into the wire, we'll need to make some plates, but it might be worth us doing it through immersive because it's a little bit cheaper, just so it doesn't take quite as long, and it's a lot cheaper because that's 4 and we need 8 of these, so that's 16 or 8, wait, no, 32 or 16, considering we have to make steel through here. We'll go for that. So it does mean we have to go and make some immersive engineering stuff. So what we'll do before we start the immersive, we'll get the steel on the go because, like I said, it will take a while. For the coke oven, we need 27 coke blocks, which is 9 sandstone. Each sandstone is 4 of these. So if I just grab a stack and then we go like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we need 8 of the other bricks, which is 2 of each of these. We also need, put those away. So I need 9 times 4, which is 36. So just over half a stack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 36. And then I'm going to need 36. So put those away. And we'll chuck these in here. I did upgrade these to emerald just to speed things up a little bit. And the alloy furnace, which we may not need because we have the foundry, but it's nice to make. It's not an alloy furnace, it's a kiln? Yes, there we are. Which is 2 sandstone and 2 bricks. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Another 8 of those. They dumped them all in this side for some reason, but they are going nice and quickly, so we don't care. So if we grab all of this, and then we go, hey, I would like 8 of these, please. Oops, that's enough. And then we go back to the coke oven. Now I did see an advanced coke recipe, which is one of these, and a block of iron, which hopefully more efficient and fast alternative. It's the same. Oh, it does consume power. Okay, so we're not going to... Luckily, I checked. So we're not going to upgrade to that just yet. However, now we can come over... We won't do it on this wall because we'll probably turn this into power. So just here, 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And doot 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 doot. And doot 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 doot. And then if we get our stick and our hammer and go like this, and then smack it with a hammer, it'll turn it into a coke oven. And then that is an alloy kiln. So to make the engineer's workbench, first of all, we need to chuck this in here, which will make us 5 buckets of creosote. We probably don't need that much, but from testing, we need more than 1. And it's just easier to do a block and get 5. Okay, so while we wait, we'll just make our electrum wire. Boom. Done. So put that over here. Okay, so while we wait, still wait for that to finish, we can put our steel in here. Turn that off so we don't break everything. But we can open that so that as soon as this finishes, it's going to start making us our steel plates. Okay, so now we have our steel plates. The recipe is copper ingots. We need 8 copper ingots. So if we do that, put 1 of these away. Now we just still wait for this. It's going to take fucking ages. Okay, so while we wait for that, I've decided that we're going to start the magic tree. If you noticed in the intro, I set this up just to get us going with a little bit of wood. Maybe too much. But we can turn that into planks, which is what we were told to do. And then we go and see... go back to the magician. Got more ultramarine cores. Ultra machine cores, not marine. Ooh, Luby. Hi, Luby. Also forgot, we need 4 of these casings. I have 1, so I only need 3. Oh, I have an energy tablet already. Good. Speaking of, while we wait for the coal coke, we should probably make the energy cube. Okay, so energy cable takes 2 steel, so we're getting that underway. And then we need to make 1 infused alloy. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So now we make our first cables. Then we'll quickly wait a hot second just for... Oh, we got 1 of these. That'll do to start with. Just to add this here. Okay, so what we gotta do... Mine this out. Put this in before it like starts leaking everywhere. And then put our metallurgic infuser down like this. And then quickly think about our energy cube. So we've done those 2 for now. And then we can to make a steel casing. So I need 4 glass. I'll deal with that in a second. But we have to make... Oh yeah, gold. I'm dealing with the gold. Glass first. So we got the gold. 5 of these. Boom. Done. And then go and get the glass. So, basic steel casing, done. Basic energy cube, done. Advanced energy cube, I'm missing 4 beans. I can't count. Update, I worked out the reason why I didn't have enough of these. Because I made too many tablets. I made 1 more than I needed because I'm an idiot. I only needed 3. So if I swap out the powered one, it gives a little bit of juice to begin with. And we'll put you there, put you there. However, we now, our coal coke has finished, so we can pull this out and put our buckets in here. We actually need 2. So we'll pull those out, leave that in there for later use. Now, we put the bucket in the middle, and then we spread that. And then we do that. So we now have 16 treated wood. We need to make 2 sets of sticks. And we need to make a set of slabs. So, crafting table. Workbench, I need a fence. Oh, nope, wrong one. That one. Boom. So we now have this, which I will put next to... No, I don't want it there. We'll put it here. So it's kind of in front of the oven, but that's fine. So now we need to make the engineer's blueprint for crafting components, which is 3 blue dye, iron, lead, and copper, and 3 paper. And then we go, boop. Put that in the thing. I need 1 more copper bar. Beans. So we dump these, and then these, make 8 of those, take that back, and we have completed the quests. So now I take my power. I'm going to need, each one of these is 204,000 FE. So I'm going to need 800,000 FE. So we let this charge a little bit more, and then we'll go and see the magician, then go to the world engine. Okay, so we're at 8:30, so that's plenty for now. Off to the magician. That's who we're going to. So we've seek out the archwood planks. Done. What's next?
With these magical resources in hand, you are ready to shape vessels that may hold the living magic of the world. Source. Once you can gather and contain Source, the next step is to channel it into the world engine. But take heed, apprentice. Source cannot be controlled by mortal hands alone. The world engine, despite weakened, may yet grant you the means to fashion a wand that can command the flow of Source. Craft a Dominion wand, a magical conduit to command Source and guide its movement. You will also require 2 pieces of stone condensed with Source.
Okay, so next is craft a Dominion wand. But while we're at the world engine, if I do this, that puts all the power into there, and then we can craft machine engine blocks. And we are left with just enough power. Done. Pick this back up. I did run away and then completely forgot. If I go into my quest book, accept this reward, I got a netherite furnace. Incredible. And then I speak to the Echo of the Quartermaster first. Yes, I have to go and speak to the Echo of the Quartermaster, and then I can do the machine block. Complete the stage. Don't have much more for you, yada yada yada. Look in his shop. He has stuff. Ooh, a magnet. I need one of those. So we're gonna put that in the charm slot, just to like make it simpler. So we have all of these bits, and then the thing. Yada yada yada. And now, at the world engine, we receive 50 money. Finding your way. Make a explorer's compass. Ooh. But most importantly, submit the 64 blocks and watch it build. Ta-da! Now what? Oh yeah, Dominion wand. So for this, we just need 2 source gems, stick, and a gold. And the easiest way to make source gems, if we grab a stack of... We're not going to need the stack. We may need a stack. But we'll find ourselves a corner. Honestly, this is probably enough space. And what we'll do is we'll kind of style it out a little bit. So we've got ourselves a little archwood corner, and what we're going to have to do is, first of all, automate source gems, just because we're going to need a lot of them over time. And this is in an imbuement chamber with lapis or amethyst, probably lapis because it's got loads of that. And there's quite a nice, easy way. Once again, Aurotech coming in with the clutch, easy pipes. So, what was I saying? Imbuement chamber, which is a craft much like thus. So I'm going to do 6. 6 gold. So we go thusly, and then we go thusly. What we're going to do is 3 pipe along the bottom with a draw. And then we put the imbuement chambers on top and click the pipes. But unclick that one for a second. I didn't bring any lapis with me. And put a chest here like this. So yeah, it's over the pattern, but it's fine. 1 second. Okay, so the nice thing about the Aurotech pipes is they won't pull if they haven't got anywhere to push to. So if we take our config tool, lock this drawer, just finish clicking that, and then put these 3 in here, because they can't move, it's going to let them transform. Okay, so now they've transformed into source gems. If we take one and put it in here, it will now automate the 4 stacks that I've put in here into being what I need them to be, into source gems over time. Got any sticks? No normal ones. Grab a stick, got the gold, and we're off to the world engine again. So we put all of this in here, and it makes us a very, very nice Dominion wand. Done. So we also need to make a couple of, before it says, hey, you need the Dominion wand and the source stone, it says we need to be able to create source. So we're going to need 2 source jars, because what we can do with the nice upgrade that I did to the little mob spawner. So 2 source jars. So if I put a source jar here and a source jar over here, and then there are 2 different source links that I can make. That is the agronomic, which is for growing, and then the vitalic, which is for murder. But for that, we need a glistening melon slice. Luckily, I have a bit of wheat left over, so I can make the ergonomic first. 2 gold, 2 source gems, and a bit of wheat. So, source link done. Source jar. This one. I need 2 of these, so 4 glass. 2 source jars. So we put 1 here, and then 1 somewhere over here. We're at a source link. Harvest. What are we at? 49%. Oh, I don't even have to. I do have to harvest it. It does have to be growing. There we go. 100. Next job is I have to make some source stone. So here's some I made earlier. Some of this. 1 of those in the middle. 8 around the edge. Spread it. Source stone. Then do I have to go and speak to complete this? I got Ring of Greater Discount. Nice. Don't think that's any good, but you know, we'll find out. And now I go and speak to the magician. Hi, magician man. Complete. Yada, yada, yada. And now it is time to auto-build the world engine. So here, click the button, submit. There we go. It finished the boofings. So, for example, I put this here, grab me Dominion wand, and do that. And now there's 10k source in there. And then if I put this here, then I can just refill it. Oh, look, there's 13% in there already. Grow! Ooh, a melon. Well, I only need 1 melon slice. Again, put that in there, dump that there, do that. Done. Got me glistening melon. Vitalic source link. Boop. Chuck that there. And then if I turn this on, break the torch. And Pumpkin spiders. Oh look, we're getting spider spawns. But this now fills with murder. You are annoying. So we can go and speak with the Echo of Guidance, get our Unearther level up, but it might be worth going and doing... Ooh. Oh yeah. The create side of things to get the shadow casings and the encased chain drive. But I did say I wanted to get our storage lectern up and running. So what I want to do is the simple, no, not simple, sophisticated, quite the opposite. Storage tool and then the storage controller. I can now make, it takes 153,000 power. Deposit upgrade, I can make a diamond, I hit the wrong button, 4 steel plates. So we're going to quickly make this. Okay, join me as I've just finished making the steel plates. So I can make my storage controller. If I slap that here, and then I link... Add... Oh, they are just out of range. Mother of pearl. 1 second. Okay, so I made 2 range extenders, so that when we do this now, everything is in bloody range. So then we connect all of them. Connect them. And then connect that. Now, once we hook something into being able to see this, we can now access everything. However, the best part about it, I can take... That's a good amount. And just go like this. And as they process it, it gets put in here, filtered straight into here, because that's done, that's done. This I can go and do. This, I need an ender pearl for. Power, it needs power. Forgot the power. Done. You know what? Get rid of the bit of dirt. We have better places to, like, do that now. So I need 16 basic to copper upgrades, because the sophisticated, they are all, like, bought from the echoes. I might even go... Because, like, these I can make. Copper to there, yada, yada, yada. Let's have a look. So I can buy copper to iron. Oh, wait a second. Echo the fabricator. So basic to copper it is. 16, please. So then we tap all of these. There, we put those in there. Oh, Enderman spawned. Oh, I didn't get an ender pearl though. That's frustrating. Well, keep trying. Enderman! did not drop his pearl, mother trucker. Enderman! He's in there somewhere. I got slimed. Killed the Enderman. I got a pearl. Good. Good, good, good. Craft me bloody tool. Ah, storage. So I need a lectern. So I need to make some books. I'm gonna need some more sugarcane. Okay, so I have enough paper. I can now make my 3 books, which I can then make into bookshelf, and then bookshelf into lectern. So that's that part of the job done. I need an enchanting apparatus, which is 2 source stone, which I have, 2 gold, and some electrum nuggets. Luckily, I have a lot of electrum left over. Nugs. 2 gold. So, diamond. I need to grab a diamond. So that is 1 of them, 2 of them, 2 of them. And then I need to make 8 pedestals. So I need to make some source stone. I need more gold. So I'm going to need 8 of these. 8 times 4 is half a stack, which is a couple of crafts. So if I go and grab a stack of 1, 2, 3, 4. More gold. 2, 4, 6, 8. There you go. And then just because I can, I'm going to craft all of these back down. So that's the platforms done. Off to the world engine. And then there's enough source in there. So it's 1 of them. 1? No, 4 electrum nugs. 2 source. And what? Diamond. Dump all that. Do that. There you go. Get rid of all of that. Cool, so we got that up together. Home, I do need 1 more pedestal. So it's lucky I have the extra stuff lying around. And then I need to make a ritual brazier, which means I need a block of source. Which is like that. Ritual brazier. Done. So I put that here. You know what? Fuck it. Chuck it in the corner. There's something else I'm missing. Arcane core. And 1 arcane core made. Actually, I think I can sink this into the wall. There we go. Done. Beans. And then we tap our lectern in the middle. Give it a jib job second. And we've got our storage lectern. Need to eat something. Ta-da. And then, now we just need to get the bookworm charm. Which is a ritual of awakening. Which I could just go buy from the magician. Ritual of a tablet of awakening, sorry. Done. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is /set home a little bit further forward so I don't get done by the thing. I do need a book and quill. So I need to get, let's have a look. Book and quill. I need a feather, a book, and some black dye. I know I have a feather somewhere. There it is. If I take some of this, so make a book, and then we put the coal down, smack it with hammer, get some dye. Then book, quill, black dye, book and quill. And then we put this in here, right click it, and I get a bookworm charm, which I put on here. And because we have an extra black dye, let's, ta-da. And then I think I get my Dominion wand. So if I do that, I worked it out. I worked it out. That might be too far. No, it isn't. Yeah! Look at all the stuff. I have storage. And then what I can do is just dump all of this in here. And it will find one of these. I don't know which one is probably... I thought it would have thought it put it in there, but our little bud is gonna take everything and put it in these chests for me. And I can see the inventory over there, see all of that. So we have our bookworm all set up. Done. With that, we're going to finish there for the day, ladies and gentlemen. Episode 3 done. Nice early access to our storage and some decent progress made towards some of the quests. Next time, we'll tackle the machinist challenges, which includes tackling our first vault. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed what you've seen today, don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss the next episode and you can catch me when I go live. If you've missed anything up to this point, the playlist will be on the screen in a second. See you next time. Thank you very much. Diotior out.